Well, good afternoon again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. And yes, we'll get to the JRC in a moment. First, brief disclaimer. If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shop campaign or the campaign against this troubled teen industry, all pertinent links are going to be right there in the description box for you. So should you like to do a deep dive on either subject, you should definitely be able to go ahead and do so. Trigger warnings. This channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We do use profanity, and when we talk about places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. So if you got a child that is 16 and younger and they watch the channel, parental supervision very obviously advised, alright? Alright, folks. Where we left off. This one says, as an autistic person, I am appalled that such devices were legal in the first place. Thank you! Like, how could you even hear the idea of that product and you're like, you know what, that sounds like a brilliant idea. The fact that I know that Dr. Israel kind of created his own workshop where they manufacture these devices themselves should tell you pretty much everything that you need to know. That means nobody else was willing to use the blueprints from Dr. Israel to make that device themselves. If that doesn't throw up red flags for you, I really have no idea what the hell would. You know? This one says, my peers have suffered enough. We need these devices banned. And the place closed down and gone the way of the dodo. Let's move on to the next comment here. Alright, here we go. Alright, folks, bear with me. Technical difficulties. Gonna refresh, see if that will fix it. Bear with us, folks. I'm gonna try something. There we go. We're gonna try that again. There we go. This comment says, electrical shock devices are harmful and do not have the efficacy in treatment of disorders and behavior. I think they should be banned from use. Same. There's no defending it either. I mean, truly. Alright, let's read this one here. It says, I support a ban on electrical stimulation devices intended for self-injurious behavior or aggressive behavior. For decades, people with intellectual and developmental disabilities have been tortured by these devices at the Judge Rotenberg Center. It is the only place in the country that still uses this barbaric and inhumane practice. This is the ASAN thing, but I'm reading it again because it's valid. Despite the substantial evidence that shocks are painful and traumatizing to residents. Yeah, we're not going to read the rest of that, but everything stated is an exact and utter fact. This one states, I am in favor of banning electrical stimulation devices for reasons of self-injurious or aggressive behaviors. The lasting harms they inflict will outweigh the proposed benefits. And if you go to Hoya's massive archive that we have linked there in the description box for you, yeah, when we tell you the consequences outweigh the benefits, I mean receipts have receipts. Okay? And kind of pace yourself through that archive. It's a rather large one with a whole lot of years of research that go back all the way into the 1970s. So just kind of pace yourself as you go through that website. Alright, let us get back to where we were. Alright, this one states this is so-called therapy is both barbaric and ineffective. It must be stopped immediately. Like, emphasis on the immediately. For real. Alright, this one says please ban these devices for this use. Here we are. This one says I agree and believe that shock therapy should be banned entirely. Alright, I think we'll go ahead and do one more. Alright, it says, I am in favor of this ban. The devices in use seem needlessly painful and inhumane. And you are exactly right, Laura. And on that, folks, I know it's short, but we're going to close out. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do tend to get removed from time to time. If you all would be so kind, please, don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, don't forget to hit the comments, and please double check to make sure you're set up for notifications. Our series called Down the Rabbit Hole and our series on the snake oil salesman are continuing. We don't want you to miss anything. I do appreciate your time, and as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea absolutely do hope you have a good one. I will see you all later. Bye-bye, everyone.